Hey, Toccara, how you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Hey, I can't complain. If I did, nobody would care. So it's nice to have you on this video with me, on this call with me, as you being one of the people who graduated from my program with
Mhm.
purchasing your own home. And just tell me how it felt when got that call that said clear to code, clear to close, and when you're able to turn those keys for the first time to get into your beautiful home.
Man, that feeling was amazing. I screamed so loud when she called and told me. I cried because I'm literally the first out of my mom's kids to purchase a home, and I believe the third out of my grandmother's grandkids to actually purchase a home. So amazing, amazing feeling.
Yeah, so you're like a trailblazer, and hopefully that encourages like your siblings and other people to, purchase a home as well. Because I always tell people that is one of the ways to begin building generational wealth.
Hmm.
So before you started working with us,
Hmm.
what did home ownership feel like to you? Was it something you thought was impossible or possible?
I did. I remember when I left Florida and relocated up here to Georgia, I did have a plan, but you just take it one day at a time and you're in a new state. So I remember telling my kids, like, okay, my goal is to buy a house in 2 years. I honestly didn't think I would buy a house in 2 years. I just said it. But yeah. So yeah, I did it's yeah, I didn't think I would accomplish it, honestly. Just trying to throw motivation out there to my kids because we all had goals when we relocated. So,
So tell me, what were some of the challenges you were facing with your credit and finances at the time?
oh man, I had a lot of collections. My credit was really low. Um, a lot of not on time payments. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Pretty bad.
Were there any moments where you felt like discouraged or overwhelmed by the process?
No, no. Because I trusted you and all of your team, and you guys kept me in the loop, even with just the emails and the updates on how to stay educated with your credit, which is something I passed on to family members that I've learned from you, from going through the program. So no, no.
Okay. And when you first came across us, what made you like give my company the trust to go with us?
Um, just the positivity that you put out. And basically, it's like just reading what you would say. It was always telling people what they can do. You can do this, and just motivation. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go with him.
Okay. And can you walk me through the process of what it looked like when we first started working together?
The process. Um, we had our conversation about what my goals was, my plans. We went over my credit. Um, you basically told me what I needed to do on my end. I did it every word, like point blank period, the way you told me to do it. And I just followed through. Anything that I was unsure about, I was always able to reach out and, you would let me know XYZ with the process or what was what with it. It was amazing, amazing process.
Thank you. Thank you for trusting us. And
Mhm.
how long did it take you to start seeing results?
I want to say it's like within a month, I believe, I started seeing stuff jump. And I'm like, okay, okay.
So during this process, what
Mhm.
was the biggest change you noticed in yourself and in your situation?
Oh man, I checked that credit every day. I was more disciplined. My savings, like I was so disciplined with saving and just making sure everything's paid on time. I don't fall behind. I pay attention to spending and when I use my credit cards and what to use my credit cards for. Yeah, I paid attention to everything. Everything.
So tell me about that moment when you realize, like, man, this really happening. I'm really about to do this. What that felt like.
The moment when you say, "Well, why you waiting? Why you went and got your house?" I said, "Well, okay, I was waiting." But when they ran my stuff and they were like, "You're good. Like, you've been approved." I just was like, "What?" And it's crazy because I didn't even need my husband's income or credit. Like, my savings, my income, and my credit, I did it on my own. All me.
So tell me how that felt. Like, you was able to get it, not be denied no more, not have to worry about all that. What was that feeling really like?
The best feeling ever. It's no way to describe it because just coming from where I've come from, it does seem like you can't reach that. You'll never be a homeowner. It's impossible. But just to know that it was possible and be told I was approved and to walk through my home and even when they came through, we did the inspection.
And
Amazing.
you had got a new bill, right?
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I know about the new bills. You go through that inspection, and then probably the next week is when the closing happened. So
Mhm.
I want you to tell me what it felt like when you pulled up in that driveway and you knew it was yours. And tell me about that feeling because I've done it. You turn that key and you walk into that home. Yours, nobody never lived there, and it's like, man, that I can't tell that relive that moment for me.
I thank God. I cried and I thank God. And I'm like, I literally did it. Like, I have something for my kids. I cried. I had my son on FaceTime. I'm crying. My husband walking through. My other kids coming through. They running through. Oh my God. Oh my God. I cried because I was shocked. And it's so crazy because even though when we had those goals and I said in 2 years, I got the house maybe like a year and 8 months.
Cool. So tell me this. Um, about the other doors that opened up because I know I gave you an advice on something when you
Yeah.
close. So tell me what you wanted did, what you wanted done after you left that closing table and you came to your house. What was that next step like? What's the next thing you went and did?
I went to that dealership and got my truck off the floor, 11 miles, no money down. I got my truck, 2024 Mitsubishi Outlander. I wanted it so bad, and I walked in there, and I walked out that same day with my brand new truck. Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, that's great. And I always tell my clients that hold off on a house. As soon as you close, go to your bank or to the dealership, get your car. So looking back,
Mhm.
tell me what do you think made the biggest difference in your success?
Um, Actually listening to the instruction that you were giving me throughout the process, and the way you told me to manage far as with my money, how I do my cards, and just becoming disciplined overall. Because before I didn't think about credit when I should have been, or even saving. So I just became more disciplined and like just really taking everything more serious and realizing like your credit is to me is worth more than money from what I've seen because that thing moving mountains. So it was like, yeah. Yeah.
Great, great. So, what would you say to someone who was in the position you were in, discouraged, unsure, maybe scared to try it? Scar, what would you say to a person who's watching this video that feels like that?
I would tell them, I mean, it's understandable to feel like that, but nothing's impossible. You know, just follow the steps, do what you're supposed to do, and I promise you, you'll get your house. You'll get your house. I promise. If I did it, you can do it. Like, you'll get it.
Most definitely. Now, if someone's serious about getting credit ready for a home, who would you recommend they reach out to?
You, Gary, generational wealth, of course. I tell everybody about you. I send everybody your way. I let them know you the best. You the best.
So, would you say that myself and my team made your dream possible?
Of course. Without you and your team even not just only working on my credit, but also being advisors and helping me through this and teaching me things that I did not know, I wouldn't have got my house. I wouldn't have even been able to learn how to discipline myself with my savings and just being um more onto my credit and what to look for and stuff. So
Yeah.
I would most definitely say you and your team. Yes.
And I would say you were one of them clients who listen. So I have those clients who want to talk all the time, but don't listen. And then I stop talking. I don't want to talk all the time. You were a client who, when I said, do this, you did like you followed the blueprint. When next time we talked, it wasn't like, well, I didn't do this. Well, I didn't do that. It was like, oh, I did it. I did it. So you were able to take those steps. And again, congratulations on that home.
You.
And I wish you much continued success in the future.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.